Hi everyone, let me talk about how we can all find our worth in self-compassion. Let me break down what compassion is first. Compassion is the quality that can help us feel the pain of others as our own. So what is self-compassion? Self-compassion is the quality of becoming acutely aware of our own pain and suffering. So that is what self-compassion is. So, why do we lack self-compassion? Why don't we have compassion for ourselves in the first place? There are many reasons for that, and here are the root causes. The first thing is how we live, trying to understand how we live our lives. The second thing is how well we believe in our own goals and how we set our expectations with ourselves, how we engage in self-judgment. And the fifth most important root cause is our lack of awareness in our own merits. Let's look at these in detail now. This is how all of us live our lives. We live with a sense of obligation towards others. We want to be accepted. We perceive our self-worth as something that can be derived from the outside. If people don't acknowledge us, we feel that inadequacy. That is how we live our lives. The second point is how well we can identify and define our goals. So most of the time what we do is we don't set realistic expectations with ourselves and we don't define our goals properly. We actually think that there is a perfect version of ourselves that can achieve the impossible. So that is the second pitfall we fall into, not setting and defining our goals realistically. The third thing is how we set expectations with ourselves. It is of course tied to the second topic, which is how we define our goals. The reason why we define those unrealistic goals is because we have very high expectations from ourselves. And we don't want to fall short of those expectations from ourselves and what we perceive are other people's expectations of us. We always aim high because we want to live up to society's standards of what happiness is or success is. So those are the unrealistic expectations that we set upon ourselves. The fourth thing is how we judge ourselves. If you find a friend who is very self-critical about her weight or about her lack of success in life, would you say any of those harsh words that you tell yourself? So we often judge others far less harshly than we judge ourselves. That is the fourth biggest mistake that we do in judging ourselves. The fifth biggest thing is our lack of awareness in our own motivations and in our own merits. This is the biggest drawback that we have, because of which we don't feel that self-compassion for ourselves. We are trying our best at any given point of time. Irrespective of whether society approves us or not, we are trying our best. But because of our expectations, because of our unrealistic ideals, and because of our own self-critical judgment about how we are doing, we put away all these things and forget playing to our strengths. So what can we do about increasing our level of self-compassion that we have for ourselves? The most important idea I can give you is having unconditional positive regard for ourselves and for others. What is unconditional positive regard? It is that understanding. It is that understanding that we are inherently wise, that we can use our intuition to understand where we are and play to our strengths to propel ourselves forward. It is for us to give grace and forgiveness to ourselves, to say that past is a different person. Let's start from here. And the third most important thing is to be okay with your imperfections. So please use unconditional positive regard to move forward each and every day, because if you are not compassionate to yourself, who is going to be? Good luck with all your dreams. Thank you.